Hello once again, everybody. Steve Peliquin recapping last week in Louisiana Ragin Cajun women's basketball. Unfortunately, not a very successful week for the Cajuns last week as they went 0-2, losing to UALR 68-66 at the Cajun Dome before losing their 2014-2015 regular season finale as they fall to the Arkansas State Red Wolves 87-65 in Jonesboro, Arkansas. But still, that doesn't quite tell the whole story. Let's go back to the first game against UALR, a 2-point Cajun loss. That was a matchup where they lose by 2 points. They were down by 22 at one standpoint, and again, just kind of ran out of time at the end. UALR shot some big three-pointers, made some key baskets toward the end of the game. Cajuns only lose by 2 points, but I think they showed really the entire conference, and more importantly themselves, that they could play with anybody in the conference on any given day, as UALR, of course, finished their regular season at 25-4 on the season, and they're actually ranked in the top 40 in terms of RPI. That was a game where UALR shot over 60% and out-rebounded the Cajuns, yet UL only lost by 2 points. Now, let's put that in perspective for a moment. I mean, if I would have told you before the game would have began that UALR, the best team in the conference, was going to shoot over 60% and out-rebound UL, you would think that the Cajuns would have lost by double-digit points. But the Cajun defense and their never-say-die attitude actually got them back in the game. Their press defense created turnovers that allowed them to get back in the game. And again, I think if not for a couple of big shots down the stretch for UALR and the time factor that the Cajuns probably would have won the basketball game. But again, it is what it is. Then they go to Jonesboro. Always a tough place to play. Always a tough place to win. And of course, the fact that the Cajuns won the first game over Arkansas State at the Cajun Dome didn't help matters. Arkansas State really over the last 30 minutes the dominant team, and they win by 22 points. So the Cajuns will be the number 6 seed in the upcoming Sun Belt Conference postseason tournament, which begins on Wednesday at the Lakefront Arena in New Orleans. The Cajuns will play the number 3 seed Troy. Now, Troy defeated the Cajuns twice during the year, but both of them by only 5 points. They present some matchup problems for the Cajuns, but again, if the Cajuns shoot the ball well, which I think that they will, and if they don't turn over the basketball and their pressure defense force some turnovers, they could not only beat Troy, they could actually win the whole thing. I mean, if they win, they would play Arkansas State the second round, a team that they've already defeated, and we know that they could play with UALR if you take into account to what we saw on last Thursday. But first things first, the Troy Trojans coming up Wednesday evening in the opening round of the Sun Belt Conference tournament. See if the Cajuns could make it 1 win in 3 opportunities. I think they're postseason ready. I think their physical, aggressive style on defense really correlates to having a good postseason team. So we'll see how things transpire. But again, Cajuns 0-2 last week. They're now 18-11 overall, 10-10 in Sun Belt Conference play. Heading into the Sun Belt Conference tournament, they play Troy first round of the tournament on Wednesday evening. For ESPN1420.com, I'm Steve Peliquin.